Hi Mustang owners. I recently purchased this 2016 Mustang GT. It is a performance pack car, and it does have a few other nice little options, which we can do in a video later. But everybody seems to be installing a catch can for the oil blow-by, and I think it's a very good idea. So I thought that I would buy the Mishimoto, which kind of seemed to be the best. It does have its own mounting bracket. And so I went to install it. I've already removed the stock original bracket that is intended to hold the upper radiator. And I'll show you some of the issues with their bracket. Okay, here's the part number for the 2015 through 17 Ford Mustangs. And this is the catch can here on the mounting bracket that they supply. And as you can see, it's just a flat piece of steel. It has no curvature, no offset at all. But if you take the factory mount, it has a pretty sizable offset on it. And this is to so that the rubber bushing will make contact with the radiator and hold the upper part of the radiator stable. The design of the Mishimoto bracket allows the this upper radiator core support bushing to move back and forth. It's just a thin piece of sheet metal, and the bushing goes in and out. There's nothing to support it at all, which means your radiator could potentially move up and down as you're, on the track or autocross or just driving around on some rough streets. So not so great. So I was going to just mount it and install it the way that it was designed, but I just could not feel comfortable about driving the car in that kind of condition. Not knowing, what kind of damage could be done to the radiator if it's allowed to move up and down. So I took a piece of square polycarbonate, and I made essentially an oval to match the bushing that's for the radiator core support. So I'll go ahead and install it and show it to you. Okay, I've put the bushing on the spacer that I made, and here you can see there's just a small gap at the top, which will be for the Mishimoto bracket to sit in as it should, and then this makes up the difference so that bushing will not move up and down. Okay, I went ahead and installed the polyurethane bushing that I made, and it's now sitting in the Mishimoto bracket, and it's snug. It will not move at all. So now we can be certain that the radiator is going to sit where it needs to sit. Although, because of the different offset between the two brackets, you can see it's still this bushing is still going to be sitting too high because it's meant to sit lower, closer to the radiator. So let me show you how it's supposed to sit on top of the radiator, and what I'm going to do to offset the difference in height, because there's still going to be a difference in height from the base of that rubber bushing, the factory bushing, and the top of the radiator. Okay, this is the driver's side, and I hope you can see it. Let's see if I can get a good angle for you. Sorry about this. It just doesn't want to show up. Okay, there you can see it. The bushing sits right on top of the radiator. Okay, so it keeps it from coming up, and that's the factory design. That's the way it's meant to be. Okay, I've installed the Mishimoto bracket, and the bushing is now fixed because of the polycarbonate collar I made. Okay, here you see the two bushings that I installed. They're basically washers. They're just nylon washers. So just to make up the gap, so the radiator sits nice and secure. Okay, we've now installed the catch can bracket, and you can see the rubber bushing is now sitting on top of the two nylon washers, and everything's real secure, holding the radiator down. And here's a top view of the bracket, and then the plastic shroud will go over the top of the front of the Mustang here. So the reason why I bought this was because of the formed oil lines. They're pre-formed, and the catch can is real nice. So it is a nice piece, but if you're going to make the decision to purchase this kit, and you're going to drive the car hard, just know that going into it that you're going to need to make some modifications to it so that it's, in a situation where you don't have to be concerned about a problem with your radiator at some point. So I hope this is helpful to somebody. Wanted to give you the heads up, and maybe Mishimoto, excuse me, will make some adjustments to their bracket so that it fits properly. Thank you for watching. Bye.